Hello, I'm Jonathan Doughty, Managing Director of Coverpoint and part of the New City project team. I'd like to spend a little bit of time talking to you about the qualities of good tenant mix and how we are going to deliver some exceptional spaces in Christchurch. What we do as a business is look at elements of retail, food and leisure within new developments and redevelopments. We look at creating spaces that people want to be in, want to work in, and want to enjoy their life in. It's important to us that we bring together those individual elements that make up any development and create a space that is greater than the sum of those parts. We deliver personal and concise recommendations to all our client teams and have worked around the world in the last 20 years in over 45 countries. It's important to understand that this is not just about delivering a cookie-cutter approach to retail delivery. Many developments over the years have adopted that approach and have received reasonable returns for their investment. We are talking about a diverse and vibrant retail range that will excite and delight the consumers who come to us and will deliver a better commercial return for the developer. So what's important on a project like this? Well, for us, it's about creating a sense of space. A tenant mix has to be right. It has to be targeted at the consumer base. It has to be worked through carefully to integrate the retail, the food service, the leisure, and of course the office elements of the project. When you bring those together successfully, you create a space that people want to live in and enjoy every day. I think it would be useful if we spent a few minutes just exploring the way in which the team will work on the New City project to deliver this outstanding tenant mix, which will then support the quality of the built environment around it. Typically, we work in a four-stage process, the first one being the research and insight. And this is all about understanding the players in the market, the opportunities to exploit relationships between consumers and their favoured brands and operations, and also to deliver an exciting and vibrant change to an existing cityscape. We have a unique opportunity here to bring new players to the market who can satisfy a growing demand for food, retail and leisure. The second stage is then to prepare a demand model. Whichever sector we're talking about, we would look at the potential business that can be delivered from each of the different sectors of the population, whether they are resident, local office worker, food service visitor, or leisure visitor. That demand model will create an overall demand map for the site, will deliver a volume of business, which we can then calculate the quantity of space that is required for each of those uses, and can then subdivide in each of those categories, food, retail and leisure, to provide a map of space for the whole development. That demand model will also be used later on to incentivise and excite the operators to come to the development, because they will clearly understand what the business opportunity is for them. The third part of the programme is to develop a master plan in conjunction with the other consultants and specialists on the project. This will deliver the food, the retail and the leisure activities in specific locations, which will allow it to be tested and proved so that when it's built, it provides the stunning space and creative environment that we require for Christchurch. The final part of our work is throughout the programme to attend the meetings and presentations and to keep the rest of the project team up to date with all the developments of the individual consultants. This integration is extremely important to ensure that The cohesive picture is delivered at the end of the project. The fine details go on in these meetings. This is what the project team are there to do, to make sure that nothing is missed, that everything is considered, and that the finest development is delivered for Christchurch. I think it's important that we also understand the specific role that food service can play in a development of this sort. Any mixed-use development nowadays has a significant proportion of its floor space as food. Typically, between 10 and 15% of the total GLA constructed can include a food service element. Socially, it's important to understand how that food attracts people during the working week to satisfy their breakfast, lunch and afternoon needs, how it provides spaces that people can congregate in and socialise in the evenings, and at weekends it becomes literally the social glue that holds people together in one space. Great parklands, gardens, office environments and food service mixes work together to create a true leisure destination. Many years ago, people talked about leisure being cinemas and bowling. Much more nowadays, leisure is the enjoyment of each other's company, and the natural way in which people help that is the addition of great food and drink spaces, environments that people want to be in and want to be seen to be in. Food is truly the glue that holds it together. Our vision's really simple. It's to create the most stunning space that brings people together in one must-see destination. They're very easy words to say, but with a project team like ours, we should be able to deliver that vision for Christchurch. Food, retail, and office space all working together. The whole truly can be greater than the sum of the parts. Thank you.